Mrs. Ballenger, my name is Frank Vogon and I'm the chaplain with the palliative care team. I believe you probably met some of my colleagues already.
I met the team.
Okay.
I didn't know a chaplain was coming by. Is there something wrong?
No, no, I know. Sometimes it scares people when they hear chaplain. I'm a member of the team, and I just came by to see if there's anything that we can help with as far as spiritual resources are concerned, and if there are spiritual resources that are available to you and that can help you with a diagnosis.
Honestly, I don't think there's anything else is going to help with the diagnosis. I mean, it's pretty set in stone. But in all honesty, I guess I should tell you that I'm not a religious person.
Okay. Has that ever been important to you?
Well, when I was little, when I was growing up, I was raised Catholic.
Okay.
I went to St. Barnabas Church. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
I know where it is. I've met some members.
But I guess, I don't know, over time I just moved away from, I don't know, that kind of structured religion.
Organized religion?
Organized religion is a good way to describe it. I don't go to a church, but I have a lot of friends that, I don't know, in a way, I call them my angels, that I think are sent to me to help me. I don't know, they just seem to appear at the right time.
So is spirituality something that is important to you?
Yes, it is. It is.
It sounds like part of how you experience that is through people that you feel connected to or that connect with you.
I do. I feel that way. I don't know if you've probably met people that, you just seem, they were sent to you at the right time.
Yeah, I have.
Maybe you don't call them angels, but I just feel like there's a certain brightness about them, and I'm in a time of need.
Yeah.
And they're there. My best friend, I feel, is like that. She's the one. I have a son. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, we talked to the team. Charlie?
Charlie.
Yeah.
And she's like his second mother.
Okay.
So
So that must feel good right now to have her with him. Is that where he's staying?
Yes.
Okay.
He can't stay by himself, so I mean, he's only 12, and that's hard to deal with.
Yeah.
I mean, he sees me here, he sees me like this. We've talked to him about how serious this illness is this time, because I had the cancer before. I don't know if you knew that. And I had to go through all of that with him then.
So that's your main concern.
What's going to happen to Charlie?
Yeah. Is your spirituality helping at all with those concerns?
Yes and no. It's elusive.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of reading. I think when I was first diagnosed, I had a book given to me by Marianne Williamson, and she writes about spirituality and about what name that you could give to God if you don't want to call God. And it's important to think of, I guess, a power greater than yourself, and it's not that important what you call God.
Did you find a name?
Well, I did. Do you want to hear it?
Well, if you want to share.
I don't mind. I don't usually talk about this with people that I guess, but you would understand. I just call God the universe.
Okay.
And it's all out there.
So God holds everything?
Everything. Maybe it was something that happened to me when I was a teenager that changed my life, my life's beliefs in that regard. And I felt I had to change my path as well.
Is that something you can or want to talk about?
I don't usually talk about it. Maybe it's the time, I don't know.
Well, and you don't have to. If you want to, I want you to know that I'm here to listen.
Okay. When I was a teenager, I was 19, and this was before I met Charlie's father. I became involved with somebody, and I became pregnant. My parents were outraged. They were not a real loving father or mother that I would hope that I would have, and it frightened me. And in the end, one of the options, it seemed like one of the only options at that time, was to have an abortion. And I had a lot of pressure, and that's what I did. And I've felt guilty about it ever since.
It's a heavy load you've been carrying.
Yeah. I think sometimes, the old God that I used to believe in is punishing me because I did that. And
is that what it feels like right now?
That's what it feels like. When I got the cancer, well, even before I got the cancer, when Charlie was born, and he was born the way he was, that was it. That was the answer. That was God is punishing me. Charlie's father didn't want to acknowledge him. And I thought, I'm not giving up this baby. This is what I have to do. But as Charlie grew, it was really evident to me that Charlie was just he was just the brightest thing in my life.
A blessing.
He was a gift. And I was conflicted. Because how can God punish me and then give me a gift? It didn't make sense. So I sort of let God go. And I've kept up with my spirituality. And I think when I talk to some people about that, it sounds conflicting.
Yeah. Well, you said earlier, the old God, it felt like was punishing, but looking at Charlie, you want to believe in a God that is better than that, or that gives gifts. Is there anything or anybody that has helped you over the years to carry that load of the decision that you made, and you said you felt some guilt or regret?
No, not really. No, it's just me. It's just been me. I do everything for Charlie. I think the spirituality that I found has come later. As I was saying, when I first was diagnosed a couple of years ago, the spirituality I found in different writings, like Thich Nhat Hanh.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, I know.
About mindfulness. That helps me. Sometimes that helps with the pain, believe it or not.
No, I believe that.
And the meditation, I'll read something and then I'll just think on it. And that's what I've been trying to do here.
Well, may I say Betty?
Sure.
Betty,
oh, yes.
Would it be okay if I come back and see if there are any resources, spiritual resources, available to help you with the pain of that memory and of the decision that you've been living with?
Like maybe in the afternoons, they're the best.
We do a lot. We treat your physical pain, and I hope we attend to that. But what I hear is that there has been spiritual pain too, and something that felt conflicted. And I'm wondering if we both can attend to that and maybe find some way to find relief there too. Would that be okay?
I would like that.
Okay.
Spiritual weight, you can't measure it.
No.
Sometimes it's so
But
heavy.
You feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very heavy. When I try to meditate, it's hard in here to meditate because people are coming in and
So
out.
busy,
It's very busy. One test and then another test, and things are going on, and I can't get down to the chapel.
Do you have special times when you meditate?
I try in the afternoon, like after I get my pain medication. It's of course when I first get it, I'm a little groggy, and then after a while, the pain is subsiding, and I could think clearer. I could read a little bit.
Well, I think we can make space for that, and I can talk to the team and also to the staff here on the unit to see how we can, accommodate that and give you the space for meditation, and I think we can probably work with what we have to do medically and the tests, some around that. It sounds like that's important to you.
Just
and
maybe
it
20 minutes,
Yeah.
maybe 20, 30 minutes.
So after you said in the afternoon, after about an hour after you get your pain medication?
About an hour after.
Okay. Well, let me talk to the team and to the staff members, and I'll get back with you and let you know what we came up with and how we sort of
Oh, that would be wonderful.
work with the schedule.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Anything else that I can help with right now?
I can't think of anything. Maybe if you'd like to say a prayer, maybe.
I'd be glad to. Okay if we hold hands?
Sure. Sure.
God, we know you by many names, and you are the universe that holds everything. And right now we ask that just as we hold on to each other, that you will hold on to Betty and surround her and Charlie with your care and with your love, that you give a spirit of peace in that room, and that you let in this room, and that you touch her body to ease pain, but also touch her soul to give comfort and hope and ease any pain that resides there. You know our hearts, and that we want to trust in your goodness even when we don't feel it at times. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was nice to have met you.
Good to meet you, and thank you for sharing that part of your story. I will be back probably tomorrow.
Okay.
That's okay, and I'll check in and see if we find a time where you feel well enough maybe to talk some more and see if there are resources available.
All
okay?
right, you let me know.
Okay. I will.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Betty.